Warning, the following special episode of Playing Games with Strangers deals with difficult situations that some people may find upsetting or disturbing. Listener discretion is advised.
4, 3, 2, 1. Playing games with strangers. You know there's no danger. So come on in, we're all friends. Playing games with strangers. Strangers.
It's my birthday, so some of us decided to get together and play a one-shot. So we're hanging out because that's what adults do, is we hang out online and play role-playing games. I don't know. That doesn't sound right.
I'll Venmo that $400 to you, by the way, after we're done.
Anyway, I am your keeper this evening because we are playing some Call of Cthulhu. I am John. With me I have Dave.
That's me.
And JS.
That's me.
And Steve.
That must be me by default, right?
And that is all we have playing tonight. The other people didn't like me to hang out with me on my birthday, so.
Well, it is a Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, who wants to actually hang out on a Saturday night with their friends? Ugh.
And it is a Saturday.
It's a Saturday. Well, we just hung out yesterday, so.
This is true, we did. However,
how much more of us can we take?
My wife gave me some Call of Cthulhu source material, and I wanted to test drive it. So we're going to play some Call of Cthulhu tonight. I don't know if we'll have theme music for this or what, but if that is, put it in here.
Call of Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu.
Call of Cthulhu.
My little Cthulhu girl says.
Anyway, weird night tonight, kids. All right, so story opens at a bar in New York City where a bartender by the name of Ray Wiseman is tending bar. Ray, what is the name of the bar that you tend?
Three Wisemen. See what I did there?
Funny. We'll just call it Chuck's.
All right. So Ray is tending bar at Chuck's. And as you are tending, it's a slow night. It's a Wednesday. It's a weekday. In walks the neighborhood guy that everybody kind of side eyes a little bit and talks in hush whispers about, but never really wants to address. You're familiar with him. He comes in from time to time. Henry, you know him by the name of Henry, walks in. Henry, what do you look like?
I look roughly like myself. Back then facial hair really wasn't much of a big deal, so having facial hair sort of was a little, outside the realm of normal for most people. Mm-hmm. Although, I have a job and I make money and things like that, so it's not like I'm, wandering the streets. But, I think that what would set me off most would be, I wear hiking shoes instead of, regular nice shoes most places. Just in case at the drop of a hat I need to go off-road and do stuff. I don't want to be caught in, wearing spats or something. But of course, most people don't understand that that's part of my life. So, the kids would probably make fun of me for that. But I don't much care because I'm getting my stuff done, and that's important to me. So, run along, kiddies.
All right, and as you walk in, you notice the bartender standing there waiting for you. Ray, how do you look as he approaches the bar?
Pretty standard barkeeper, nicely dressed, vest, shirt, well groomed, you know, having conversations with the other patrons and, you know, just washing dishes and, yeah, I mean, 23-year-old guy. Yeah, I don't really know a better way to describe it. Kind of a standard bartender, nothing out of place, friendly guy.
It just occurred to me, and I know this is kind of an aside, taking us out of the theater of the mind for a second, but I just realized, even though we're not playing D&D right now, I am starting this out like you would a D&D campaign. Everybody meets in the town. Sorry, I'm unoriginal.
It's okay.
Well, when you have a bartender as a character, it's
I was gonna say.
This is true. So, yeah, Henry is approaching you, Ray. Do you address each other, or?
Yeah. Hey, Henry. It's been a couple days since I've seen you. You want the regular? You want to try something new? Got some new
No.
gin in the back.
The usual is fine, Ray. I'll just be in my corner. And I go over to corner of the bar and sit, just sort of.
And what would you say your usual is?
Gin. I have no idea what. I've never had gin. I don't even know, but you would probably give me like a half a bottle, and
Okay.
I would, you know, you know I'm good for it, so you know, it would probably just go on my tab. I probably wouldn't drink the whole bottle. I'd probably have a couple, and then put it back up on the bar when I'm done, and
Right.
and
So when he says the usual, he's talking about the literal usual bottle that you hand him.
Right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
same
just
way.
labeled Henry's.
If you dusted it for fingerprints, it would have mine and yours on it, no one else's.
Yeah.
All right. So as he goes back, you hear the tavern door open again. The tavern. You hear the bar door open again, and
I shoot, unload, 6.
okay. And in walks a nicely dressed guy, very professional looking. Stanley, if you could describe yourself, please.
I am 9 feet tall.
Really?
It's Orbog on top of Orbog.
No, I am.
JS has developed the RPG Napoleon complex.
No, my guy is a little tall. He's like 6'5", but he's very skinny, kind of lanky guy. And he has I can't even remember the clothes, but I remember I have a fedora.
He's wearing a wool suit, a nice wool suit.
Yeah.
As he walks in, and have you been in this bar before? I didn't touch bases with you about that. Are you new here, or is this a place that you've come to before?
I think I'm new probably here.
And this
Okay.
would be after Prohibition?
Yes.
Okay.
Or we could have this as an illegal speakeasy. I'm fine with either way you guys want to play it. When did Prohibition end?
What, 32, I believe?
We'll call it 33.
Okay.
We're free.
Tonight we're gonna party like it's 1933.
Yeah, December 5th, 1933 was the end of Prohibition.
So it's
34.
we'll call it. You know what? We'll call it Christmas Eve 33.
Here we go.
Christmas Eve episode, guys.
We might save this for Christmas Eve, and then nobody will know when my birthday is. Huzzah!
We should do it on 2033, 100 years after. We could play this episode.
Solid pass.
Be like Blade Runner. Be like future. Wow.
Future.
Come on.
Anyway.
So I'm 9 feet tall. Okay.
6'5".
So, Ray, you turn around and you see this well-dressed, professional-looking tall guy walking in. You haven't seen him before.
But my teeth shine so brightly, they almost blind you.
I'm going to assume it's evening since they're all here. assume we wouldn't be drinking in the morning.
Yeah.
Good evening. You seem new to the place. Can I help you with anything? What's your specialty?
My work specialty?
No, what would you like to drink, or do you want to drink?
Oh, yeah. I'll have what he's having. And I pointed. What's his name? Henry?
Yeah.
Henry.
He is a special customer, but I could get you something similar. I take it you like gin?
Absolutely.
Do you want the full bottle, or just straight in a glass?
In a glass.
All right. Go ahead and find yourself a seat, and I'll get this poured for you. And so I walk off and get the new bottle of gin, and I also grab Henry's bottle of gin and pour our new mystery friend his glass, and take Henry his remaining bottle.
All right. As you guys are sitting there, I would like all three of you to everybody make an intelligence roll. That's about as good as we're going to be able to get for it. Y'all failed. All right. You guys hear a ruckus outside, but you're not sure what it is.
Probably raccoons again, or rats.
It's a miracle. All right. So JS, sorry, not JS. Stanley, I think was your
Stanley, yeah.
Or Stan, yeah.
Stanley, where did you sit down in the bar? Did you sit anywhere near Henry?
Stanley Lieber. Oh dear.
Is that a thing? Is that a joke I should understand?
It's Stan Lee's actual name.
I thought Steve might enjoy that.
So good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a couple. Did he say he's sitting at the bar, right, on a stool?
No, he's sitting in a kind of like a corner.
I mean, I'd say fairly close to. I mean, I don't know. Like
now, when you notice him, you do notice that he is fairly nicely dressed. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not flying the flags as you guys are entering into the Great Depression at this juncture.
Right.
When I say flying the flags for the people out there in listener land, that's when people would walk around with their pockets pulled out to show that they didn't have any money, so nobody would ask for money from them.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm fairly close.
All right.
To him.
So, okay. As time goes by, do any of you strike up a conversation, or do you guys just drinking alone?
I'm drinking alone.
Yeah, with nobody else.
I'll take out my sketch pad, and I'll be making notes or sketching or whatever.
Okay.
Trying to figure out some things that I'm figuring out. You know, the stuff.
Then I'll ask him about what he's drawing. What you drawing over there, buddy?
None of your business. You lost, son?
Trying to be neighborly.
You live around here?
Hereabouts.
And I would like you all to make another intelligence check, please.
We are not intelligent.
I was gonna say. Not letting me.
It's popping up all kinds of.
Oh yeah.
You already failed 3
that.
times.
You're good. You failed 3 times.
Dave, did you do your second check too?
I did, and I failed it.
Oh man. You guys are not very intelligent, are you?
We are not smart.
We have
I am so smart. S-M-R-T.
Can we die yet?
I mean,
Technically we are. The entire adventure is just finding out that we're dead. We have been dead for the entire adventure.
still nothing. All right.
Is that for me? What is that?
I'm trying to get you guys to notice something, but yeah, actually, you know what? I'm gonna pull a DM executive decision here. You guys notice that the sound outside is getting much louder, and it sounds like people shouting, a large group of people shouting.
Hey Ray, what's going on out there? Do you know?
No. You guys sit tight. I'll peek my head out the door. So I walk around the bar and open the door to kind of look out and see what might be going on around my bar.
You peek your head out the door and you see some extremely modestly dressed individuals outside protesting the abolishment of prohibition in front of your establishment. Like you see a sign that says Den of Sin and another one that says the Devil's Urine. And they're getting very hostile in their methods of protesting. Someone standing up on a soapbox demanding justice.
I'm gonna switch my gin for the devil's urine if I can. Can I?
I pull myself back in the door and just shut it and just shake my head, and I look at Henry and I was like, Henry, there's a bunch of crazies outside. They part of your clan?
Very funny.
Yeah, I got some upset people about this whole prohibition thing, and seems like they're getting a little rowdy. May have to get the cops involved if it gets too crazy.
As you say this, you hear a large crash through your window. And
All right.
What's going on, Ray?
Apparently somebody just threw something through my window. And, yeah, I go ahead and go around to the bar and grab my handgun, just to be prepared.
Okay, as you go around to your bar and you grab your handgun, all of a sudden there is a bright white light for all three of you. And as the light fades, the three of you wake up laying down in a completely different room.
We all wake up relatively at the same time.
I'd like everybody to roll for Constitution, and whoever gets the best roll on that.
No, that would be me.
No.
Hold on.
Oh, no, it would be the lowest roll.
Yep, it would.
Failure.
So Stanley, you wake up first in this room. The other two people that you just met are laying in this room with you.
It doesn't. Does it look? I guess I need to look around and see what the room looks like. Do I?
It looks like a tenement in New York City. It looks like it would be a tenement in New York City, except like a rundown one. Like it's hardwood floors. There's holes in the walls where you can see like the slats inside the walls and plaster and stuff like that. You think you can hear mice crawling around or rats crawling around inside the walls, and like water damage on the ceiling.
And did we all? Are we all laying on the ground then?
Yep,
Or,
just laying on the ground.
I guess I'm gonna. I don't feel a super strong connection to these guys, so I'm not gonna wake them up. I'd like to know where I am.
Okay.
Is there like a window or anywhere I can look around?
There is a window, and I'd like you to make a spot hidden check for me, please.
Failure.
All right, you don't notice anything what I wanted you to, but yes, there is a window you can look out if you should choose to.
Yeah, I'll look out the window, try to see if I can figure out where we're at.
As you look out the window, you see a vast, sprawling city. You've been in New York long enough to know what the skyline looks like.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in New York. In fact, it seems like the farther you look out in the city, the architecture seems to change almost culturally the further away from where you are. Like the architecture where you're currently at looks like it would belong in 1930s New York. But when you look out in the distance, you see almost like domed temples and stuff. Like you would expect to see in places like India or maybe even in Russia.
And if I look down, do I see any people on the street or cars or anything?
When you look down, you don't see, you see streets and whatnot. You're actually fairly high up in this skyscraper that you're in.
Right.
But you don't really see anything moving around in the streets.
Well, I will walk back over and now I'm kind of starting to be a little disturbed, so I'm gonna go over and wake Ray up.
Okay, Ray. As you are laying in a what feels like a normal night's rest, all of a sudden you feel someone shaking you.
Wake up.
What happened?
Oh, that's a really good question. You saw a flash of light too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're not where we were. We're in a skyscraper.
I'm give me a second to get my bearings, and I look around and I notice Henry still passed out on the floor, and I go ahead and I shake him awake as well.
They're coming. Take me. What? Who's that? Say, what's the gag?
Henry, you saw a flash of light too, right?
I sure did. Where are we?
I don't know. Our most recent patron here, seems like he said we're in a skyscraper. I haven't been sipping any of that stuff, so I'm just as confused as you are.
Well, I'm as sober as a judge now. I've only had a couple of sips anyway. Was this something that the people outside did? What's going on?
There ain't no people outside now.
I go over to the window, I look, I imagine I see the same thing.
Correct. You go over to the window and you look, and you see exactly as what I described to JS.
Where are we?
That's really
Where's
good
this
question.
place?
And I would like Ray and Henry to make a spot hidden as well, please. Fail. Okay. Why can't you guys roll like this when we're playing D&D?
Woohoo! I spot something hidden.
Hey.
What do you mean you spot something hidden?
You said to roll
What it
on
said.
spot hidden.
Yeah, but
It says spot hidden, and he got a 23.
Maybe I'm able to hide a spot or something? Is that
it's
what
just
that
weird because usually it'll tell me what you're rolling against on there to tell me if it's a success or a failure. What's your score for spot hidden?
25, and I rolled a 23.
Oh, then that is definitely a success. All right. You notice, you know how when people paint the walls, it has a certain direction of the grain
Mm-hmm.
when the painting. There's a spot on the wall where there's certain characters that are painted into the wall in the same color, but the grains don't align with the other direction of the grain in the paint. And as you sit there and squint at it for a second, you realize that it says "Beware the lake."
Beware the lake?
Yep.
Not beware of the lake?
It says what it says, sir. You want to correct my grammar?
No, I just didn't hear you completely. It sounded like you said beware the lake, but it
Yep.
also sounded
Poke
like
the
you
bear.
might have been slurring of
Poke
and
the
the
bear.
together. Like beware the lake. Beware the lake?
Yes.
Okay.
And it's not the lake, it's the lake.
Is it
You hear a
Ricky
loud
Lake?
rumbling in the distance.
Is it rocks? Beware the rocks. All right. I look around. Is anything else? Anything out of place with the paint and the words painted into the same color?
Nope, that's all. That's the only thing that's weird about this room. Otherwise, this is an abandoned tenement.
What is it, like 10 by 10, 20 by 20, something like that?
I would actually say, yeah, it's probably, 10. The room's 10 by 10,
Unfurnished?
unfurnished.
Is there a door?
There is.
Is it just like a typical tenement door, or is it anything?
It is, except it looks like the handle's been broken off.
I go over, I look down. Can I see through the hole where the handle has been broken off, or is it?
No, it looks like just the handle port, like the knob that you would turn has been
Right.
broken off, but
Okay.
all the internal workings of it is there.
Okay. Does anybody have a wrench or any pliers, anything like that?
No.
Yeah, I do.
Can you see if you can get it in there and turn the action on this door handle? It looks like it's broken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Does it, John? Does it look like my pliers that I have will fit in there?
Well, they are forceps, so they would be designed to get into tight places.
Okay. I just didn't know how big they were compared to. But,
I was actually asking for needle nose pliers. A regular pliers would be hard pressed to get in there, but yeah, if you have a forceps, then something like that would work.
Do I roll something to?
Yes, you will. I'm trying to pull up my copy of the character sheet again so I can tell you what to roll.
Sleight of hand.
And while he does that, I'll go over to where the words are painted and touch them. Do they feel wet? Or does it feel like anything new? Does it just feel like it was part of whoever painted it?
No, actually, as you touch it, a slight coating of dust comes off the walls.
Like all the walls at the same time, or just the?
No, just where you touch it at.
Okay.
Mr. Earls, I would like you to. I will go with your. Sleight of hand for that function.
Hey, failed again, man. I'm on a roll.
Hey, you know what? It's par for the course with Call of Cthulhu. So,
is there dust on the floor?
There is.
What type of lighting does this room have? Just out from the outside?
Yep. And it looks like it's dusk outside.
So there's no light fixture. Is there any outlets?
There looks like there used to be a light fixture, but it looks like somebody broke it off.
Okay. Are there still wires? Or
there are. There's
okay.
dangling wires.
Dangling wires. Is there what the base of the light, or where if you turned it upside down, it would be the base of the light? Where the light hangs down. That if the light was taken off, is the base still there?
No, it's basically just a busted light fixture. It looks like somebody took something large and just smashed it against the fixture.
How tall is the ceiling?
10 feet. 10 by 10 by 10 box is what you're in.
Oh, that's odd.
Hey, Henry, I notice you're searching around. You finding anything interesting that might help us get out of here?
It's not lit. The light fixture is gone. Looks like someone destroyed it. The door handle is off. Did you guys notice this painted on the wall? It says beware. It looks like beware the lake or something like that.
No.
I show them where the paint is slightly different.
Yeah, as he points it out to you, you can see the difference in the direction of the paint strokes on the wall.
And look, this place is all dusty. No one's been here for a long time.
Even though we just got here.
This is really strange. How did we get here?
I don't know, but I think our first concern should be getting out.
Can I try my small knife on the door thing?
Yeah.
Ho!
Extreme success. All right. So you get your knife. You
break the whole door down.
You get your knife in there, and it ain't no thing. You just turn and twist, and it's like an instant doorknob. And the door swings open into a hallway that is poorly lit.
Great.
And you're able to extract your knife from the door.
Pat Stanley on the back. Way to go. I don't think we really exchanged names. Ray. I stick out my hand to shake.
You can call me Stan.
Nice to meet you, Stan. I really appreciate that. I was gonna kick the door down.
Anything for people with nice teeth.
You a dentist, Stanley?
Absolutely.
Where did you train?
What, don't you believe that I'm a dentist?
I asked you where you trained. Why would I ask you where you trained if I didn't believe you were a dentist?
In a dental school, where do you think? I'm not faking it or anything.
didn't say you were faking it. I'm asking you where you studied. I studied at New York University.
Not to interrupt this conversation, but could we
Let's go.
exit this room? And I would like to walk into the next room. Do I see anything of what am I looking for? Is there like a stairwell or any indication of a stairwell?
You see a hallway that gets dim in both directions that you look.
Right is right. Let's go.
Yep, I'd like to head down the hallway.
Okay, as you guys are walking down the hallway, I'm assuming Stanley, I don't want to railroad you, JS, but were you going with them?
Yeah, I'm behind them though.
Okay.
I'll let the ladies first.
Things never change.
You guys hear kind of the sound, what you would kind of describe as the sound of Jello being slid across a cheese grater behind you.
We look behind.
Yeah, obviously I turn around because that seems like an unfamiliar sound.
I heard a sound. I turned around to find the thing that made the sound.
Well, it depends. I need whoever's looking behind you to make a spot hidden.
That was a hard success.
Oh, nice.
Hard failure.
Right?
Well, easy failure.
Yeah, failure. Okay, so I need to describe what Dave sees. You see a kind of like a jelly-like substance that is kind of trying to stay in the shadows. It's able to walk, but it's just kind of slipping down the hall. And we take a look at it. It's flesh-colored, and it kind of has a face to it. And you definitely sense that it is following you.
Hey guys, we should probably pick up the pace a little bit.
Why,
Move
what's
a
over
little
there? I can't see it. What you got?
I don't know what it is. Just pick up the pace and let's get down this hallway.
All right, well, it's pitch dark, so you lead on.
I'll do my best. I have nothing to light the way.
All right. You guys keep walking down this hallway. You find what looks like a stairwell at the corner of the hallway.
All right.
Yep, I fly down the stairwell. Not fly, but I'm moving quickly.
Okay. You are on the 52nd floor.
I assume there's a sign that would tell me this.
Yes.
Okay. It's gonna be a long way down.
Well, let's keep going.
Okay. You guys proceed down the stairs. And down the stairs. And down the stairs.
Is
Yeah,
it
I'd
getting
like
any
to
lighter?
I was gonna say I'd like to maybe once we hit we've traveled down a couple of floors, I open a door and kind of peek in another hallway to see if there's any power or anything like that.
Around the 32nd floor, you look down the hallway, and it looks almost exactly like the same hallway. Actually, not even almost. It looks exactly like the same hallway that you just left.
Do I still see the Jello monster?
You can hear something that sounds very similar to it.
Were the other buildings that we saw when we looked out similar height, higher, lower?
They varied.
You guys don't see anything down this hallway, right?
Let me take a look.
Yeah, roll again, I guess.
Yeah, if you're trying to need
Spot
a spot
hidden?
hidden.
Oh.
Nice.
Is that you or me?
Well,
Oh, I got
think
a
both of
5.
us-
Success.
Yeah, you guys look in the hallway, and as you squint your eyes, look down there, you see kind of like a quivering mound of flesh Jello that
Can I
has,
roll?
that
can I
has
roll-
a face on it, and it's coming towards you.
Can
Go Go ahead, Steve. Sorry.
Can I roll on occult to see if I recognize what it might be?
This would be more a cryptozoology. Oh, and
Nice.
he hits it on the head.
Wow.
I've seen this in a crypto zoo.
No, actually, it would make sense that you would be the person who knows what this is, being the zealot, and given your backstory that you told me. In your search for the truth, you've heard of people who have made an oath to a greater being, and the blessing they received that they received in return was being corrupted into this ever tortured form to adhere to the will of this greater being for the rest of known existence. They don't have a specific name. You've heard people refer to them as bloated ones or nameless walkers, but the official name that has been given in the arcane books that you are familiar with is adherents of the unspeakable oath.
Can I toss a laxative at it?
What kind of walkers do you say?
Nameless walkers.
So the nameless walkers actually have 3 different names. Okay.
They have many names. Those I threw out a couple.
I just thought it was kind of interesting that the nameless walkers have 3 very specific appellations, let's say. Okay, a little confusing. So it seems like it's a curse that my character wouldn't want to become one of these things, but you also referred to it as, a blessing from a greater being. So that's sort of the conflict that I'm going with.
Let me give you a better description. I just found a better description here.
Okay.
It's this mound is basically its lumpen flesh has turned scaly and molten green gray. Their jelly-like arms and legs shamble and wobble as though boneless, and their faces are mask-like, with deep-set eyes that are hardly visible.
But this existence is not what I'm looking for.
I'm not gonna yuck your yum if it is. So I mean,
no, I mean my character is looking for a place and time where the existence of the things that he encountered when he was younger, and he can coexist. If there's a blessing that goes along with it that makes me better, like gives me superpowers, or I'm able to be telepathic or fly, something like that, then that would be something that my character would desire. What this is doesn't seem like that.
I would say that if I were in your shoes, this would not be an appealing existence to me.
Right, okay. I just wanted to make sure, because the way you described it sort of seemed as though maybe less sane people might desire that type of thing, because like almost any type of power, it seems like you want to have that, even if it's the type of power that it's like completely controlled by some other entity. So I'm not choosing that. But I will, as we're walking, I will keep people moving.
I need everybody to make a dex roll for me now, please.
I'll let them know about the 3 names of the nameless walkers.
Which is a failure.
Failure. Come on, Stanley.
Well, no,
Fail us. Failure. Failure. Failure.
Okay, there we go. I should make it. Come on.
Should make it.
Oof. Wow.
3 failures. All right. As Ray turns around to Henry turns around to tell you guys about what these things are, you hear go,
and it kicks out this vile stream of vomit in your direction, and it plasters all three of you.
I'd like to slam the door shut.
All right.
What was that?
I've heard of these things. They're called. Some people call them nameless walkers, but other people call them bloated ones or adherents of the unspeakable oath. They're things that have made a deal with something to make them into that, it's sort of like a transition of power type of thing, but now they're underneath the power of this other thing, and I have no idea what is covering us right now. Is it like sticky gooey, or is it...
I was gonna say, John, my character would be used to normal vomit smell, so if it's normal vomit...
Well, it's not normal. I'd like y'all to make a spot hidden for me, please.
I don't think it's hidden.
Hard success.
Oh, hey.
Mine's a failure.
All right. For those of you who got successes, are you sure you got a failure? You rolled a 31, man.
I have a 25.
Oh, all right.
I don't spot a lot of hiddens.
JS got a success, and Dave got a success. All right. So, Ray and Stanley, you both are kind of looking at the goop that's on you. First of all, it smells like fetid fish. And you notice that there are small things swimming around in it. And as you look closer, it looks like spores that are trying to burrow into you.
And is this, is this all over us, or is it like mainly on our shirts, or what?
I'm gonna say that it probably has made some skin contact with you, because no one just stands there and just like, on my shirt right now.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Is there anything we can roll or whatever if we're trying to like clean it off or get it off, or do we just say we're gonna take our shirt off or pants off or whatever?
Well, it's not really that kind of a show.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Just since I was dressed nicer, I was wondering if like it got on my shirt or if it's like only on my coat, or.
You are wearing a coat. I'll say you can probably take off because I'm gonna say it probably hit y'all at chest level, so it's probably on your hands.
Okay.
So if you took off the coat for your suit, I'm sure that'll probably get most of it, and just trying to get your hands clean.
Yeah. And I'll use my fedora and stuff too to kind of try to knock stuff off.
So, Dave, as far as you're concerned, you're wearing a vest, but it probably got some of the arms of your shirt there too. So,
right,
you can.
Yeah, I would think that I would take my vest off and just try to get if there's any spatter on my and any of my skin, I would get that off.
Okay. Are you guys gonna let your friend in on what you guys saw, or are you just gonna like leave him to the spores?
I'm doing my best to just try to like wipe it off so it's not all over the place, but I'm not being very meticulous about and I'm sort of waving you guys on. Let's keep moving down the stairs.
This little fish in the slime.
Fish? What are you talking about, fish?
Look closer.
Do I see it when I look closer?
As he points it out to you, you notice that there are small organisms that are swimming around in this vomit that look like they're trying to go into you a bit.
Ugh. Yeah. Man, what is that?
So if you are trying to get it off your skin, I would need you to make a dex... No, do I want dex?
No.
Appearance.
Yeah.
Let's go with appearance. I'll go with that. That makes sense.
And I failed.
Success!
So they look like spores, not like what are they called? I wanted to say
Party favors?
no, what turn into frogs?
Tadpoles?
Tadpoles.
No,
Okay.
they don't look like tadpoles. And JS, I'm waiting for you.
I'm trying appearance. Where's appearance?
It's up at the very top.
One of your attributes.
It's one of the core things.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, yeah. So Henry and Stanley, you guys get it off. You feel pretty comfortable with that. Ray, you feel like you got it off, but you know.
All right, let's keep moving.
You're not sure if you got it off in time before the spores got their way with you. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep following Henry down the stairwell to get away from it, and just kind of clean up as I go, and I get what I get.
Now, if my character likes caviar,
Oh, don't be gross. Where'd it go? This is what happens when you have notes all over the place. Okay. So you guys are going to keep going down the stairs?
Yeah.
Okay, after about another 20 minutes of going down the stairs, you guys make it to the bottom of the stairs. But you aren't tired.
Oh, just panting because I like to pant.
this must be in our minds. This must be our spirits.
What are you talking about?
I'm just...
And actually, since y'all started taking off your layers, I forgot about something. Make a spot hidden, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, hard success.
Hey,
2
soft.
successes.
Can I roll on my constitution instead?
No.
Success!
Hey, got it.
All right. You all notice that you are all wearing necklaces with an orbed pendant on the bottom of them that looks like it's holding a small star-shaped gem inside of the orb.
What is this? What is this?
You're the one into the weird stuff, Henry. I would assume you know.
Can I take it off?
Yeah.
It's Starro.
As you take it off, you do notice that you start feeling very faint.
Ooh. Danger close.
Can't take it off. Oh, I'll just pretend it's off. Here we go. It's off. I don't feel good though.
Hey, Henry,
What is?
are you all right?
I'm just gonna sit down just for a second. I sit down on the step. I'm trying to look at the thing, see if I can tell what it is or anything about it.
Okay. So this is going to be. This is going to be. I'd like you to make an extreme
Makeover?
an extreme occult roll, please.
Extreme success.
That you did. You rolled that as a regular, sir.
I don't know what I'm doing. Hold on.
Up at the very top where it says roll options.
Oh. I don't understand what those are.
That is me implying certain levels of disadvantage.
Oh, okay. What is verbose?
I have no idea. I don't.
Okay. So do I need to roll that again?
Yes.
Failure.
Okay.
But I rolled a 12 the first time, and a 15 is the
Yeah, that's
extreme,
true.
extreme pass. So I'll let you make the thing, make
You
the
don't-
decision on that.
Don't feel guilty on your birthday.
Yeah, it's up to you.
I never feel guilty ever. It's part of being. It's part of my narcissistic affliction. Because I'm such a narcissist. No.
Sister.
Tell you what, I'll split the difference with you, Steve.
Okay.
You aren't certain as to what this thing is, but but you do notice that when you take it off, it is directly related to how you are feeling since you took it off of yourself. And you notice that the further you hold it away from yourself, the more faint you feel. And the further it goes away, the more your vision starts to black out.
This is something that I'm putting it back on, and I'm like, I think this is some sort of a what do they call it? In medical terms, it keeps you healthy when you're in the hospital, like, you know, when they hook you up to all the tubes and things. But there's something connected to it, but it not physically. If you know what I mean. I don't know. I can't understand. I can't explain it any better than that.
So I assume you're telling us we probably shouldn't take this off.
Until we find out exactly what's going on with them, I think if we take them off, I mean, I almost passed out, and I'm not the type of guy that passes out. You know what I'm saying?
I've seen you drink a lot, and yeah.
So, all right. Well, that's for another day, I guess. Let's keep moving out of here.
Yeah. I'd like to find the nearest door or exit.
Okay. As you exit the stairwell, again, you find another hallway that looks exactly like the one that you were in, but you don't hear the squishy sound.
Are they any more well lit?
No, it literally looks exactly like the one you guys came out of your room in.
Okay, but it's not dusk anymore. It's
No, it's still dusk.
okay, because it's about half an hour since we left.
Right.
Okay.
So this looks exactly the same as every other door we've checked, and I'm tired of checking doors, but I don't see whatever that thing was that vomited all over us. I'm gonna say maybe it's safe to travel down this hallway.
Okay.
And there are other doors going down the hallway. Yes.
Yeah.
Are there numbers? Are there pictures on the wall? Is there a rug?
No.
Okay. Do the doors have handles?
They do.
I'm gonna try one of the handles and see if it opens.
You open it and you see another 10 by 10 by 10 room with a window, except now you're on the ground level.
Right. No one in it?
No one in it.
Any dust on the floor or walls?
Caked in it.
Caked in it. Okay. Is there anything painted on the walls?
You see kind of a dried, bloody hand smear across one of the walls in this room.
That can't be good.
And I would like you to make a spot hidden for me, please. Make sure you put it back at normal rather than at extreme.
Thank you. Fail.
Okay. Is anybody else checking this room out too?
No, I'm gonna say I checked out a different room further down the hallway.
Okay.
Awesome.
You go into that room. Again, similar looking room, super dusty. No blood smear across this one, but I would like you to make a spot hidden for me, please.
Success.
You notice in the corner behind the door, there looks like a dog-sized, throbbing embryo.
Does it look
twitching.
similar? Does it
No.
look similar to what? No, it doesn't. Okay.
It literally looks like an adult-sized embryo that's just sitting there and occasionally just kind of twitches, like it's sleeping and dreaming.
I kind of back out the door slowly, and
in fact, I will also say that with your spot hidden that you just succeeded on, you also notice that there is a pendant hanging around its neck.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna back out the door and just holler down the hallway. Hey, Henry! Hey, you might want to come over here.
What do you got?
Something messed up. You're gonna want to check this out. Stanley, I guess you can take a look too. It's wearing one of these pendant things again, and I don't like where this is going.
All right, I open up the door and look around.
And you see what I described to Dave.
All right. Can I roll on anything to try to figure out what it is?
I'll let you choose between. Is medical an option here?
I have a 1 for medicine, so
I'll let you choose between medicine
I will not choose medicine.
or natural world.
Okay, I'll choose natural world. Failure.
Yeah, you're not certain what you're looking at.
But it's it's an embryo of.
It looks
Can I
like
tell-
it looks like an adult human embryo.
But it doesn't look like an adult human in there. It's the size
No,
of an adult human.
No, it does.
So it looks like an adult human as an embryo.
Yes.
Got it.
And it's wearing a pendant like yours.
Got it. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Was that us? Is that us? Is that what we were?
What are you talking about?
It's got a pendant like us.
Right.
Yeah, but we're not embryos or human-sized. No, we're not that. No, that's not us. Is it like? I mean, when I think of an embryo, I think of sort of like gooey, moist, that type of feel to it.
Is that how we started?
Against my better judgment, I'm gonna nudge it with my shoe,
It quivers at your touch.
as in like it jiggles.
Not because you kicked it and it jiggles like Jello just as a reaction. Like it's a reaction to stimuli.
Okay.
All right. Well, I have a bad back, so I can't carry this thing. But if either of you two want to, feel free. But we gotta get moving.
Stanley, I'm gonna. Yeah, what am I looking for? What's your size, JS?
He's 6'5", lanky,
65.
65 feet tall.
No, he didn't ask how old you were, JS. He asked how.
My size says 65.
He didn't say IQ, JS. Come on.
Stanley, you're. Are we going to take this thing with us?
I'm not picking that up.
All right.
I'd rather shoot it.
Well, that's your prerogative. I say we leave it. I just want to get out of here.
All right, let's go, gentlemen.
The look of concern on Dave's face right now is priceless. I'm just throwing that out there. All right, so you guys are just going to continue to go down the hallway?
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. I don't want to shoot it.
Okay.
I don't want to waste bullets.
All right, you guys continue down the hallway, and you just see another series of just room after room going down this hallway. And this hallway doesn't seem to end as you're going down it.
Guys, no offense, but
Let's try a window.
it might be our better option. This hallway doesn't want to seem to end, and I'm not going to spend forever opening doors and finding whatever we're finding.
I open up a door. Is there anything in there?
It's just another 10 by 10 by 10 room with a window.
Nothing in the corners.
No.
Okay. Look out the window. Is it on the floor level?
Actually, I take it back. You see a mound of what looks like rotted tomatoes in one corner.
Leaving that alone. Let's just check out the window.
It's a window, and you're on
All
ground
right.
level.
All right, let's climb out this window.
It doesn't open. It's like a single pane permanent window.
Oh, easily fixed. I give it an elbow. The old Spanish archer. Elbow. Elbow.
I see what you did there. Go ahead and make a brawl attack on that, please.
Brawl. Did it go? Ouch. Hurt my elbow. Hey, can one of you guys help me smash this window?
Yeah, I'll give it a go. And that's a failure as well. Ouch.
You know, of everybody who I thought would get that, Dave, I figured it would have been you.
I know. Me too.
Where's the brawl?
It's under fighting skills on the left side.
All the way at the bottom.
There it is.
Karloff, give it a go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Strong piece of glass, man.
That is pretty bad.
I'll pull out my
You guys
gun.
you guys can take multiple swings at it if you want to. I mean, it's not like, oh, I hit it and I can't hit it again.
I'm gonna
What?
try again.
Oh, you hit
There
it.
we go.
Go ahead and roll damage for me, Dave. Not that it's going to matter much, but I just want to see what it looks like.
All right, now this is new. So how do I roll damage?
Go
Unarmed?
to your combat and select the unarmed. Yes.
Okay, cool. 3.
You maxed that damage out. That's a crit success. So
Cool.
yeah, you punch the crap out of this window and it shatters. You have broken a window.
Now, not that I should ask, but I'm going to. Did that cause me any damage having just punched through a window?
Just a little pain.
I see what you did there. I want you to take 3 points of psychic damage for that terrible. No, I'm
Do
kidding.
it. Do it.
I'm kidding.
I'm not.
Actually, Dave, you look at your hands, and your hands are all cut to crap right now. But as you're looking at it, and you bring your hand in kind of closer to it, and it gets closer to you, you notice that the cuts are kind of weaving themselves back together.
Stanley, you're a doctor of some kind, right?
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna say, JS, that this is the most creep-tastic voice.
I love it.
I'm expecting you to be sitting in a windowless van asking children to help you find the lost puppy. I mean,
It puts the lotion on the skin. Stanley, you would agree that this is some kind of phenomenon, and I show him my hand weaving itself back together.
Absolutely. It's a
Never mind.
phenomenal phenomenon.
All right, let's just climb out the window. And I'm going to attempt to climb out the window.
okay. I'm gonna say you climb out the window. That's not really something we have to roll for because that's pretty easy.
I don't know.
Roll on climbing out window.
I mean, there is a climb.
The window getting
Skill
an
here.
attack of opportunity.
No. So you guys climb out the window, and as you are looking around, it looks like dusk. And you look up at the sky, and it's kind of that burnt orange color that you expect to see around dusk. But in every direction you look, you can't tell which direction the sunset is. It's just because it's perpetually it's clouded over. The sky looks like it's clouded over.
This is really weird, guys.
Agreed.
Is there anyone on the streets? Cars? People?
Not that you can see.
What is there anything making sound?
You do hear the sound of some birds and some trees and some crickets and some bushes, but as you look, you don't see them.
Okay. What do the buildings look like? Do they have signage?
They don't. They're just kind of blank-looking, tall, tower-like, like you would expect to see in 1930s New York City.
Are the streets set out in a grid? Or do they wind?
All the streets look like they lay straight.
Okay. If we get to the nearest crossroads, and we look up, and we sell our soul to the devil, and we look up each of the crossroad. Are there 4? I mean, the crossroads, an actual crossroad?
Yeah.
Okay. And we look up each way. Is it pretty much looking infinite each way?
Yes.
All right.
But like I say, further in the distance, it seems like the building, the cultural structures of the buildings seem to shift as you go further down.
And in each direction, does it look the same cultural shift each way?
No.
So, like, if we look one way, it looks Chinese, and if we look the other way, it looks American Indian, and different things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do we have any preferences of which way we want to go? I don't speak any other languages.
Me either. I'd say flip a coin, but
Is the wind blowing down one of the streets?
As you try to test how the wind is, it feels eerily still. Like when you move, you're disturbing the air.
Is there any grass or leaves?
It all is, I mean, you see grass and leaves, but it all's like brown. Like it's all dried out.
I understand. I go and just grab some grass, the biggest blades I can find. Doesn't matter if they're dried out.
Mm-hmm.
Go to the center of the road and just throw them up in the air, and whichever direction they seem to have blown, we'll start on that direction.
I love your imagination on your attention to nuance, Steve, because it just opens up ideas for me. I just want to put that out there.
Sorry, guys. The grass kills you all.
You throw the grass up in the air, and it comes straight down like you dropped a coin. Like there's no air resistance to it at all.
Okay. The biggest blade of grass, the tip of the blade of grass, whichever direction it's pointing, we'll go that way.
Straight up.
Landed like that.
Now you've tempted me, JS.
It's like we're in a coma.
I'll put you in a coma.
Have you been in a coma before?
Steve, evens or odds?
Odds.
All right. Yeah, the grass points in a particular direction, and you're opting to go that direction?
Yes, because that's the way fate is pointing us.
Okay. You start walking in that direction, and you hear a noise coming from above.
We look.
Kind of like a bestial shriek.
All right. And looking above, we see the shrieking beast.
The lake.
Yes, the lake is above.
Ricky Lake. No.
That would terrify me.
And Emerson and Palmer. No. Emerson, Lake, and
I see
Palmer.
what you did there.
Anybody? Okay, good. For a second, I was like,
okay. You see something that's about the size of a common cow, but flying
I think
above
it's an
you.
uncommon cow.
Really? But it's neither cow nor bird that you're seeing above you. Instead, it looks like a menagerie of all-crossed foulness of a human corpse. It's got like large leathery wings.
How far above us is it?
Probably like 50 feet. It's flying around.
And it's like right above us. It seemingly came out of nowhere.
It's just flying,
Well, I understand that, but we're in a city.
right?
Did it seem like it just appeared there? Did it come from like far above and now is only 20 feet or 50 feet above us? Or
It's not flying down towards you. It's just like how a bird would fly overhead. You didn't really notice where the bird came from. You just, when you notice it, you see it flying, and it's just flying on its way.
I think I'd noticed where a flying cow was coming from.
It's not a flying cow. Here, let me see if I can't find a picture.
Is it flying the same direction we're walking?
I'm
I'm
at
just
the
wondering
moment.
if that's why we didn't see it before.
At the moment, yes, but it doesn't seem like it's intentionally following you.
Is it mad because I picked its grass that the cow was going to eat?
Dude, it's not a cow.
Eat some of the grass, see what happens.
So is it flying on a cow?
Don't have a cow.
Is it a cow-unicorn?
Is it chocolate cow?
I might
Cow
actually
pig.
survive this after all.
Cow Pegasus? It's been a long day. Sorry, guys.
It's the cowpox.
Cowpocalypse. What does the bottom look like? It almost sort of looks like waspish, maybe. Does it have multiple feet?
It has 4 limbs.
4 limbs. I see 2 of them, so it's standing on 2.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't have like a stinger or a tail or anything in the back?
No.
No udders?
Yeah. Regardless, I'm going to try my best and ignore it in hopes that it doesn't dive bomb me. I don't want to bring any attention to myself or the rest of the group. I'm just going to keep walking.
I'm going to throw a laxative up at it.
I'm actually going to go to somewhere that I can find some cover and pull out my gun.
Oh, getting real.
Okay. Where are you finding cover?
Doors, places where they would have a inset where you would walk in, go in the doors that way, but you would have a little coverage just in case it was raining, whatever,
Okay. As you start looking for a door frame to do that in, I would like you to make a perception check, except perception's not a thing we can do in this system, which really irritates me. Make an intelligence check, please.
And let's see. That is a success.
Awesome. As you go looking for a door frame, you notice that none of these buildings have doors on them.
Okay, is there an alley?
Yeah, well, I mean, there's alleys. You can go down.
Yeah, duck down an alley.
All right. The thing just keeps going on its way as you go down this alley.
So it doesn't seem like it's impressed by us?
It doesn't seem like it's taken notice of you, no.
Okay. I'll wait until it gets a healthy distance away.
All right.
And then join the boys.
Okay.
I throw a laxative at Henry.
Just throwing that around, aren't you? Like a monkey flinging poo at a zoo.
I put my gun away, by the way.
Okay. So as Henry comes back out of the alley that you watched him dart down, the flying creature that you saw just kind of goes on its way. But it looks like it's going in a direction specifically, like it's going with intention somewhere.
Can I roll on cryptozoology or anything? See what it was?
Yeah.
Did you see the teeth on that thing?
50 feet up. I didn't see much of anything.
No, I do not know what it is.
Okay.
That was bizarre. Alright, let's just keep walking, I guess. Have the buildings changed to the different structural type buildings yet?
They are slowly kind of, as you go, it's like going backwards in time.
Okay.
And you notice they're taking more of a Persian nuance to them.
Still no doors?
Not really, although you do notice coming out of an alleyway, you see a woman wearing robes.
Okay.
And kind of a veil across her face.
I look down the alley. Is there anyone else down there?
No.
Okay. All right. Keep moving. Unless you guys have anything else to do here. Any appointments to keep? Shopping to do? Anything? No?
I don't think it'd be a terrible idea to talk to the woman and find out where we're at and what's going on here. She might have some insight.
Sometimes in these cultures, the women don't do a lot of talking. You know,
maybe
because
she could point us in the direction of a husband or a man.
Yes, you go ask her, Ray.
Fine by me. So yeah, I'd like to walk up to the woman and try and communicate with her and just, ask I guess I'm just gonna. It's 1930. I'm just gonna ask where her husband is.
How patriarchal of you.
Hey, 1930.
We are the patriarchy.
Okay. Cracks me up. All right. She looks at you. She goes, and she says this in a different language, but for some reason you understand what she's saying. But she's like, I don't have a husband.
We're in Star Trek.
And then she kind of cocks her head to the side and she goes, nobody gives and takes in marriage here.
All right. Well, that's fine. I kind of look back at the guys. My compatriots here and I, we're a little lost. We're not quite sure where we are, and I wondered if maybe you could point us in the right direction, wherever that may be.
Salam. Newcomers, then.
Absolutely.
Then allow me to welcome you to Carcosa.
Carcosa. Oh, all right.
So this isn't Washington State?
No, this is Carcosa.
We were actually just in New York City. Do you know where that might be?
What is this New York City of which you speak? Here, there is only Carcosa, and Carcosa is only here.
I look at Henry. Do you understand where this woman might be going with this? I'm incredibly confused again.
Can I roll on history, or?
Go ahead and make an occult check.
Failure.
Dude, I tried to softball that to you.
I know.
It strikes you as familiar. I mean, given what you are, you've probably read about it at some point, but it just real vague whispers in long, thought-dead tomes that you've read.
What do her teeth look like?
She's wearing a veil over her face, under her eyes, so you can't see them.
And I try to lift it up just to...
Nice. No, Carcosa, is that, Miss, is that in the Middle East?
The where?
The Middle East?
What is this east that you speak of?
Do you understand east, west, north, south?
No.
Okay, so the sun rises in the east.
What is
yes?
the sun you speak of?
Oh, right. There must be some sort of the difference in language that we're not getting here. So, thank you very much for your time, and we'll just keep heading this way.
Would you like to come worship with us?
No, we have somewhere else that we need to be, but thank you very much, and we really appreciate your invitation.
Salam. And she bows and kind of dips back and walks off in the same direction that the flying thing went.
Okay.
And I would like the three of you to make a spot hidden, please.
Hard success.
Fail for me.
All right. Ray, you notice that as she moves, she seems to be doing so as if she doesn't have bones in her body.
Okay, I'm gonna keep that fact to myself. I'm trying to put together any pieces that I can, so I don't say anything to the other two guys. All right. Well, that wasn't helpful in the least, and probably a waste of our time if it happens to be time. Let's keep going.
Yeah, Carcosa, Barbosa.
That's a pirate.
Formosa, Carcosa. I'm not placing it. Let's keep moving.